This is TWiT.
I want to show you, and I got it very excited. Now, do you read books?
I mostly listen.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I say mostly because sometimes I like to listen and read. And of course, with Amazon's Whisper Sync, I can do that. But you have to have a reading device. Now, you could, the Kindle's app, I got to say, this is an interesting product because the Kindle app's available on every platform. So you can always use your phone or your iPad to read. But there's just nothing like a Kindle. 7 years old this month. The first Kindle was $400. And every year Amazon has got them smaller, lighter, better functionality, and lower price. I think now the starter Kindle is less than $80. So you might ask, well, what if they said cost was no object? What would be the best Kindle you could design? And that's this. This is, and I should take the case off because I have the Amazon origami case on here. I don't know if I can get it off easily. Yeah. This is the Kindle Voyage. And this is basically the no compromise ebook reader from Amazon. So a couple of things have changed even since the Paperwhite. It is like the Paperwhite. In fact, let me show you up close. It is like the Paperwhite. It glows from within, which means not only the Kindle's always been great on the beach in direct sunlight because its e-ink page is really designed to be a reflective surface, just like an actual book. But what's different about the Paperwhite and this Kindle is, yeah, I made the text big so you can see it. It glows from within. In fact, what's really cool about the Voyage is it has an ambient light sensor, and it will adjust the glow. So if you are reading in the dark, as I often do, it will dim it so it doesn't hurt your eyes. It doesn't do it right away. It slowly dims it over time so that you can read quite comfortably in darkness. But of course, it's great on the beach. But the key to this is a new e-ink technology that gives you 300 dots per inch. 300 dots per inch. Now, we live in a Retina era. We're all used to very high-resolution displays. 300 dots per inch is essentially what the laser writer, the first laser printer was. You don't see any dots at this size, and that's why I blew the text up. Of course, one of the things we love about the Kindle, my mom loves, is that you can make a book any text size you want. So if you are having a hard time reading, you can make the text big and easy to read. Actually, I usually keep it around here, which is actually fairly big. But I just like that size. It's easy to read. They've got new kinds of controls. You notice it's a touch screen, so I can touch the screen and go to the settings. Many of the cool Amazon features, the X-ray feature, which will give you more information about the thing you're looking at or the thing you've selected. It's got the ability to see other people's selections. I love that because you can see what people think is important. It has a dictionary and all of the features, if you're an Amazon user, you're probably used to. The touch also extends to page turns. By the way, notice the new page turn. It's the fastest Kindle ever. And one of the problems with e-ink in the past has been the page turn has been quite visible because the way a Kindle works is not like a regular screen. It's more like an Etch-a-Sketch. The text, the darkness, is little electronically charged balls that adhere to the screen. And so a page turn is the process of kind of demagnetizing the screen, letting the balls fall off. It's like shaking an Etch-a-Sketch and then remagnetizing it where the text needs to be. That's always been kind of a disruptive experience on the Kindle. And I'm just going to show you more of these. It's so fast now that it really is, it is a very nice page turn experience. So you can tap the screen. I don't like to because I don't want any fingerprints on the screen. It also has a new control feature. We've got switches on the left and right-hand side. That's great. I'm a lefty. Very important to me that it is agnostic about which hand you're using. Squeeze the line. You can kind of see that line here to go to the next page, and it gives you a little haptic response so you can feel it. Squeeze the dot to go back. So you can go back and forth with one hand on either side of the screen. That, to me, is huge and a real selling point. You've never seen better-looking text. They've also, remember, we always hoped when the Amazon Kindle first came out that it would be black text on a crisp white screen, just like a real page. And it was always a little disappointing that the e-ink technology didn't allow for a completely white screen. It was always a little bit blue-gray. Well, this is the highest contrast screen they've done. We're getting so close to a true black text on white paper screen. I just love this. Of course, there's many things that the Kindle does that a book can't do. Not only can you change the font size, you can change the font itself. This is the default Kindle font, Cecilia, but it has a sans serif font if you prefer that, Futura. It also has Helvetica if you want to be classic. That's actually quite legible. You can also change line spacing and margins. One thing you can't do, I don't understand why not, you can't turn off right justification. Amazon really seems to like that a lot. Now, at this size, it's not too bad because the text is fairly well kerned. The spacing is fairly good. But when you probably noticed it when I had big text, that you just see these clumps in between words because they're trying to right justify it. You don't need to. Can you stop doing that? Turn off the justification. Amazon does offer this in a variety of flavors. The full price one, which ends up being, I think, $250, $269, includes 3G, so you can download when you're on the way to the airport or wherever, plus Wi-Fi and no ads. But you can get the price down all the way to $200 if you accept the ads and you take out the 3G capability. And most of you will probably do that, mostly because the ads are very unobtrusive. They're only on the front screen. In fact, frankly, I prefer the ads on the front screen to the really weird pattern that's on the front screen when you don't have ads. Here, I'll turn it off and on. You can see it. There we go. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. It's been in other ugly ones. This would be an ad now. And so the ads are not while you're reading a book. They're fairly unobtrusive. I never thought the ads, but you don't save a huge amount of money eliminating the ads. Only $20. I think this is the best Kindle ever. The pros, of course, you see 321 people have highlighted that sentence. God only knows why, but that might be something you'd like to pay attention to. This is an Agatha Christie novel. You ever read And Then There Were None?
No.
Ooh, good.
Sounds like a
good stuff.
Yeah,
it's a nursery
horror
rhyme.
movie or song.
It is kind of. They all get killed at the end.
Oh God.
I don't think that's a spoiler.
Yeah, it looks like on the front page there. It's a little bit.
The noose. Does the noose give it a giveaway?
A little foreshadowing.
Yeah. I just really think it's in every way they've improved the Kindle. High resolution means it's easy to read. The backlit screen is great at night, and I love it that it dims so it doesn't blind me. Of course, as all Kindles, it's great on the beach or in the bright sunlight because it's a reflective surface. All these features, the X-ray, the ability to, change the brightness settings, all of this is just fantastic. By the way, you can turn off that auto brightness and just set your brightness for whatever you want, depending on the room you're in. It is a fabulous device. The only con is really the price. You can get a Kindle for $79. This is at its cheapest, $199. But if you're serious about e-readers, if you're serious about reading, that is a great price. 4 gigs of storage on this, but the 3 gigs free. That's plenty. Remember, these are text. So in a world where War and Peace is only 2 megabytes, having 3 gigabytes is more than enough. That's a lot of books. I like to read programming books on the Kindle. There's some things that I need text for and I want to read on the screen. I like to have the programming book to the side while I'm programming on the screen. I really think they've done a nice job. This is a definite buy if you can get over that hump of the price. Very nice job from Amazon on the Kindle. And yes, no, you don't get the case. That's another, $50 or $60 for there are a variety of cases available for these. I like to keep it in a little bit of a case. This is the origami case, which has a very cryptic and hard to understand system for creating a stand out of it. I'm sure something like, there you go. It worked. The Kindle Voyage, a definite buy.